Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see on my channel and become part of this beautiful, getting big family, of course. I want to thank every single one of you for your support, your loving words, and your encouragement, your requests, suggestions. Thank you so much. I also would like to mention I do have a private crochet group. If you're interested to come and be with our beautiful queens there, you're more than welcome as long as you have a profile. Also be aware, a lot of the groups have a lot of scammers on there trying to sell you patterns, which are not true. It's fake, and they have a lot of bit and cut links on it. Be careful of that. I also have a crochet page. You can follow me. It's all under the same name, Crochet Art Tutorials by Maggie Lopez. Also have Instagram and TikTok. You could always follow me through there if you're stuck in one of the projects. It's much easier to get a hold of me through there, through the messaging, than just the back and forth on YouTube. I want to thank everybody that has been supporting the women in need of thread. Thank you so much. And if you're considering, I hope you do, any little amount counts and it adds up at the end. There is a little bag right below the video that says thanks. You can donate through there. That's through YouTube. They take 30% off of whatever you're donating. Or you can send it to my PayPal account. It's below in the description box. Or if you have tons, or not even tons, but you have some thread and you'd like to give it away, you can always get a hold of me. There's my email, or through the messaging, like I mentioned, I can give you their address and you can send it to them yourselves. Thank you so much, everybody. So a lot of you asked me about my threads. My threads are 100% cotton threads. These are Portugal threads. I am in Europe, Portugal, and the island of Madeira. And my threads go by number, not by name. So like in this orangey color, this is number 17. On the purple, 38. And on the yellow, canary yellow, 16. So they go by numbers. They're $12 a ball. That's like 325 yards, okay? Usually I use a 2.5. hook 3 or 3.5. They're similar to Aunt Lydia number 3 in size, but Aunt Lydia number 3 is a little bit bigger. So your patterns automatically become bigger. I also want to mention, if your tension's too tight, use a hook or two bigger than your normal size so your tension can loosen up. And if it's too loose, then go a hook or two size smaller so your tension can tighten up. It will look prettier. Okay, so let's get started. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video and subscribe if you haven't. All of these things are for free and it helps us creators tremendously, not just for myself, but I speak for many others that also need your help through this. Please, I ask of you, when you are not happy about certain patterns or you don't get it, we don't always get all the patterns we see, including myself when I'm creating them. I don't always get what I'm creating. Don't be frustrated and don't take it out on the creators. Some, not all, of course, a couple, a few, have left me already several nasty comments. It doesn't fit you, just move on to the next video or the next person. A few I had to block out of my channel completely, and a few I've left on there to give them a second chance. Please be kind to others and to yourselves, of course. We didn't come into this world knowing every little code or detail about anything as far as crochet or anything else in life. We learn as we go, and you're part of that learning process. So don't beat up on creators and don't beat up on yourselves. Just go with the flow. If it does for you, well, then good. And if it doesn't, then move on. It's not meant to be for everybody. A certain pattern, sometimes it could be easy, very easy for somebody, and it could be very difficult for somebody else. Don't be hard on yourself. And please be kind with your words, not just for myself, but for many others, because I could imagine if you could leave that sort of comment for me, I could imagine how many comments you have left already for somebody else too. Just be nice, please. Okay, it costs nothing, and kindness goes a long way. We're just human and passing through this world. Nothing belongs to us. We're not here forever. And, we don't want to have bad karmas as we're here going through this journey. So I send you much love, healing, and blessings. Okay. Okay, my friends. So we're going to create another oval. Not when I usually do ovals or even square or long runners or doilies if it's long, depending upon the thread you use. If your thread is thick enough, like Aunt Lydia, I'll give you an example. If you want to make it like into a rug, you can double that thread and make that pattern like a rug or a little carpet or something like that. For people that sometimes out of the islands, like myself, sometimes it's hard to get a hand of certain threads. Most of you are able to get the number 10 Aunt Lydia, but double, triple your thread and your pattern becomes bigger. Sometimes that's how we have to work it, including myself. I'm fortunate that I do get access to these number 4 in the island. Of course, these are Portugal brands, but I wish I had them thicker. I've had thicker and I have to always order out, and it takes like forever to get it shipped in, right? And shipping, of course, we know out of this island, it's like insane. And it's just so cruel, the shipping costs. It's unbelievable. So we are going to get started. I'm not sure yet exactly how many colors or what colors I'm going to use for this project, but I'll do my best to see what best fits me or what I like. Okay, I'll be using a 2.75 hook somewhere, anywhere. Small one to tuck in loose ends, of course, and a pair of scissors, of course, to cut your leftovers. Let's get started, everyone. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. I can't stress enough to tell you that. Thank you. Okay, everyone, so the first thing I'm going to do is that slip stitch knot, and that never counts for any stitch. Okay, I'm going to use the purple just to be different. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do a 53 chain. Okay, now if you want to go bigger, you can go 63, 73, and so on. Okay, I've done my 53 chain stitch. Also turn your closed caption on so you can read the stitches I'm calling out. Take notes. If the video is too fast for you, up top on the 3 little dots, you can slow down the video to the speed you'd like. If you don't know how, inside of the description box, there's the 2-minute link. I'm showing you how to do these things. Okay, so I'm going to count back. 1, 2, 3 on my 4th, grabbing the middle, or let's say the bottom stitch stays behind. That means we're going to close it in with 2 stitch in there. Because if you grab the top stitch, your pattern is going to bend. Okay, so we're going to do 1 double crochet per space, per chain, all the way to the end. Okay, so I finished doing all my double crochets. I have a total of 51 double crochet. Now, what you can do is grab your markers. This last double crochet we did is part of the side. We're going to add on the same stitch here 6 more double crochets. 5 double crochets we're going to add is for the oval side, and 1 more for the other side. So you can put your marker because this belongs to the side and not the oval edge. Okay, we're going to come inside of the same space and do 5 double crochet. In reality, we're going to do 6, but we're doing 5 for now, so you know it's part of the oval edge. So I have 3, all in the same stitch, the last stitch, 4 and 5. So this one belongs to the edge here, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the oval. 1 more that belongs to this side, and then 1 per stitch. So I'm going to grab my other marker. And I'm going to mark, so we don't mark where we have the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to mark my 6th one here because that's part of this side here. So we have 5 double crochets in the center. We're going to do the same thing exactly on the other side. So I'm coming to the edge here. It's always harder to do the first rows because everything is just so tight. Trying to hide my little leftover thread and doing 1 per stitch. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everybody, so I did my 50 double crochets. That means counting from the marker to the last one here, which this last one belongs to this side also. And now we're going to add 5 more double crochets in here to create that edge, all in the same space like we did on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And close in with slip stitch on the first one. So I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm going to come back in the same stitch, stretch a bit, and do a single 1 chain. That would be my first double crochet. Into the next one, double crochet. So now we're just going to repeat double crochet over double crochet all the way until we hit the marker point, which I'm going to put my marker here on this one already. I don't need to, but doing it for you guys so you guys don't get confused. Okay, so this is part. So we have the 5 double crochets in there for the oval edge. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do 1 per stitch all the way until my marker, and then I'll come back to you. So I'm just reaching my marker, and I've done my marker 1 double crochet. So I'm just going to move this up to all 4 corners the same way because that's part of the sides. Now, here's where we have the 5 double crochets. So I'm going to do 2 double crochets per stitch. That's my increase. So I'll have a total of 10 double crochets. Remember, we did 5 in here. 2 in the same stitch. Total of 10 double crochet here at the round edge. And then, of course, 1 per stitch. So we know the marker is part of the edge here. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's only 5 at the edge there. And then 1 per stitch all the way to the other end. And then you do the same thing. So this row and the next row will be exactly the same thing. That means the next row will be doing where we have these 5, we'll be doing 2 in the same stitch again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. That means we'll have 20 double crochets at this edge. We are so let's say I guess, well, this is row 2 because the first one here is row 1. We have 1 double crochet, which is the 5. So row 2. So row 3 will be 2 double crochets on each stitch here at the edge. Everything else stays the same. We'll have 20 double crochets at the edge. I'll meet you at the end of row 3. Okay, everyone, so we've reached the end, and I believe I had mentioned 50, but it's 51 double crochets on the side, okay? In case you have 50, you could always add another one to it. So I've closed in with slip stitch. Now I'm going to come over to the next double crochet with a slip stitch, coming back in and doing my single 1, 2 chain. I'm going to come here and put my marker. We know we went to the next space over, so that's originally where my double crochet is. I'm coming in the next one, not the next one, sorry. Actually, yes, I'm coming in the next one. Sometimes what is wrong with me? And I'm going to do another double crochet. Now, where we had skipped one over, we're going to come in where I have the marker. That's the one we skipped. We're going to stretch and do a sideways or diagonal double crochet. I'm going to skip a space, come in the next one, and double crochet. Next stitch, double crochet. So now we're going to come and hook it on here. So I'm coming back to the one we skipped, stretch, and double crochet. Skip a space into the next one, double crochet. Next space, double crochet. We're going to come and hook it here again until we meet the marker point, okay? We're going to repeat this all the way until we get here to the marker. So remembering always to skip a space. This one's busy with this one. Don't get them confused, okay? Skip a space into the next one. Double crochet, next space, double crochet. Now we're going to come back here where we skipped. We're going to stretch and do a diagonal double crochet. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, I'm getting into my last one. We're going to skip a space, come in and do the double crochet. Where I have the marker, we have to do the double crochet. And then we're coming back to the one that we skipped. And you should have a total of 17 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 groups. Now it's going to change a bit. So it's going to change up a bit now because we're heading the edge. I took out my markers because I don't need them. And you can take out yours. Chain 2. I'm going to skip 1, 2. I'm coming on my third and doing 3 double crochets in the same space. We're going to build on this edge. This is part of the edge, the round edge. We're going to build 6 groups of 3 double crochet in the same stitch. So 2 chains, skip 1, 2, come on your third and create your 3 double crochets. Again, chain 2, skip 1, 2, come in your third, and repeat everything. Once you have 6 groups, I'll come back to you again. So 1, 2, 3, 2 chain, skip 2 space, go in your third. 6 total. Okay, everyone. So I've done my 6 groups, and you can see, well, here we have this group left, right? We don't care. We're still going to skip 1, 2. This one here is where I had my marker. That's part of the side here of the pattern, correct? Because where we have the groups, that's the oval part. We're also going to skip this because we're going to start working that group and the sideways or the diagonal double crochet. So we need to come back to that stitch, right? So we're going to skip 1, 2, 3, which is already part of the edge here. And we're going to come in the 4th and do double crochet. Oops, I'm sorry, we need the 2 chain. Almost forgot about that part. That wouldn't be good. 2 chains, sorry. So skip 1, 2, 3 on your 4th, double crochet, next stitch double crochet, and now we have to come back to the one we skipped because that's part of the 2 space skipping in between those groups, right? Again, we're going to skip a space into the next one and create our 17 groups like we have on the other side. Okay, so we have the 6 groups here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have to do the same thing on the other side. Skip a space into the next one, double crochet, and again double crochet. And come on that space we skipped and do the diagonal. So we'll have a total of 17 also on this side of the pattern. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 17 groups on this side, also exactly like this side. Now I need to do my 6 at the edge, the oval edge, 2 chains. So I'm going to skip 1, 2, I'm coming in my 3rd one and doing those 3 double crochets. Chain 2, skip 1, 2 on the 3rd, 3 double crochets. Okay, and I'll meet you here at the edge. So I have my 6 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For some reason I have an extra stitch there, but I don't care. That's not an issue. Probably made a mistake here at the beginning. 2 chain and coming in that first double crochet with a slip stitch. So it really doesn't change anything, even if I have an extra one here. I'm sure I've done the mistake here at the beginning, which it's okay. It's common, these things. I'm going to come back into the same space. I'm going to stretch my thread a bit, and I'm going to do a single 1 chain. That will be my first double crochet. Normally I do a single and 2 chains for my first double crochet, but I don't want my line to be too noticeable, especially when it comes to groups like this. So that's why you need to stretch that single up. We're going to do 1 double crochet per stitch all the way until the edge, just before that round corner. That means the last one here, the last group of the side double crochet. You're to have 51 double crochets on both sides, the same amount. Okay, so we'll just continue until that edge, and then I'll come back to you once I am there. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 51 double crochet. I'm going to do 2 chain. On my first double crochet, I'm doing double crochet, so we're at the round corner. On my second one, double crochet, and on my 3rd one, my last one, we're doing an increase of 2 together. So now we're going to keep increasing in the corners here as we keep going the rows. 2 chain, continue the same thing. 1 double crochet, another double crochet, and 2 together. Okay, when you get to the end here, you're doing the 2 chain and 51 double crochets again. Repeat the same thing on this corner. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, row 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, everyone. So finished row 5, going into row 6. I've closed in with slip stitch. We are going to repeat this row here, row 4. So I'm going to go over to the next stitch. I'm going to do a single and 1 chain. Okay, that's already my first double crochet. Into the next space, double crochet. Remember, we skipped this one, so we have to come back and do the diagonal double crochet. Skip 1 space, going to the next, double crochet and double crochet. I want to make sure that I did skip properly. I hope I did. Coming back, doing the diagonal, and then skip again. 1 space, coming into the second, repeating everything again. And coming back in that one that we skipped. Don't tighten it too much. You have to stretch it so it can, go ahead. So we'll have the 17 groups again until the end here. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of the edge here of the side. Okay, you guys, so I'm reaching the last one, the 17th one from the groups. Okay, and coming right back to the one we skipped, and you have your 17 little motifs here. Chain 2. So we're going to continue to do the same thing as we did on row 5, which is 1 double crochet per stitch, and on the last one an increase of 2 together in the same stitch. 2 chain space, and again proceed the same way. So simple. I find it's always just harder to get the pattern started. Once you've started, you'll fly with it. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. And we're gonna start, let's say, just for now, counting 1, 2, 3 rows. Okay, starting from the motif. We're gonna forget about these here, okay? 1, 2, 3 rows. We're gonna do a total of 11 rows, starting from here. We're going to repeat exactly the same thing, 11 rows, starting from here. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going into the 4th, so you're going to skip that first one, come and do your double crochets. Oh, sorry, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Sorry. Okay, you're going to come on the same one. So we're always going to have a row of these motifs and a row of the double crochet. On your 11th row, you should end up with the motif. Okay, so 51 double crochet. It's always going to be a repeat now of the same thing. There's no point in me recording all 11 rows because it's just a repeat. We're going to do a row of double crochets, a row of motif. Always an increase on the last double crochet, 2 together. So here we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 until we get to the 11th row here. So we're on the 4th row, starting counting from here, the motif. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I will meet you at the end of my 11th row because it's just a repeat now. It takes too much memory on the mobile. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Don't forget you have your 2 chain space and your 51 double crochets. Here is the 2 on the last double crochet, 2 double crochet in the same stitch. Next row, you're doing the motive. So you're going to skip your first double crochet and do your 2 double crochets, come back to do the diagonal double crochet like we've been doing. No chain space except when you get to the 4 corners. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I completed my 11 rows from where I told you where we start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the 11th row finishes on the motive. I'm going to come in with my white. You can use whatever colors you want. And I'm going to come in on that double crochet. We are going to build the same thing as we've been doing, double crochets. Single 1 chain or 2 chains, or you can do 3 chains, however you like to do your first double crochet. So double crochet over double crochet, as we've been doing on these rows here, all the way to the 51 double crochets. Okay, so I'll meet you there. Okay, everybody, so I've done my 51 double crochet. Inside of these 2 chains, we're going to do 2 double crochets, and then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on my 7th we're going to do 2 in the same space. That's the increase. Everything else is 1 and then 2 in the space. Okay, the increase is not at the end anymore. It's here on the 7th double crochet, because the next row is the poof stitch. So we're going to need some space here. Inside of the 2 chain, we're doing 2 double crochet, and then again repeat everything 1 per stitch, and on your 7th one do 2 together like we did here. On the sides will be just 1 double crochet. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I finished my row. I'm going to come in with a multicolored purple, and you can start pretty much anywhere you'd like. I'm just going to continue where I've been doing. I'm going to come in and do a single. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to come in again, and this is the poof stitch. So 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to close it, 2 chain. Trying to pull this little thread here. So after you've done your 2 chain, actually wasn't supposed to close it yet. Okay, let's restart that again. I don't know what I was thinking. Single and stretch. 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to skip a space and come into the next one and take it all out. 2 chain. I'm going to come where I did that 1 stitch there. 2, 3, 4. Skip a space into the next one and take it all out. 2 chain. Come in again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip a space into the next one and close it all out. 2 chain. It's just a repeat the same way all the way around. There is no other changes on here on this row. Skip a space and take it all out. So this is the lying down poof. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Skip a space and close it all out. I'm going to do this all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end, even all the edges, the round edges. Okay, everyone, I'm reaching my last one, 2 chain. So we'd skip, we'd come in to the last one. 2, 3, 4, skip 1, coming in, closing it all together, and chain 2. Coming in that first one we did, and close it up. Now we can cut our thread and come back in with the white. So I'm going to come in with the white. And I'm going to start, if you notice right here we have that one poof. I'm going to start right here at the edge. And we're going to create groups of 2 double crochet. Next stitch where we have the 2 chains, groups of 2. It's going to change at the round corner. We have to increase or the pattern will fold. So we're going to do this all the way to just before the corner. Groups of 2 in the 2 space chain here. And I'm going to do that until my last one here. Actually, my last one here. Okay. So I'll meet you there. Okay, you guys. So I did my 2 double crochet groups just here at the edge, and on the middle one here we're going to do 3 double crochets. We have to start increasing or the pattern's going to start folding. 1, 2, and 3, and this is right at the middle here. On the next one we're doing 2 double crochet only, and also on the next one. So we're always going to have 2 groups of 2 double crochet and then 3 double crochet on the edge corners only. Then again, 2 groups of 2 double crochet, okay, and now 3. 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to alternate. So we start from here, 3, 2 groups of 2, 3, 2 groups of 2, 3, and we're going to do that until here. We'll have the groups of 3 on the last one here, exactly how we started. Okay, so I'll meet you here. Okay, you guys, I did my last 2 groups and it falls just perfectly on the last here with the 3, exactly how we started at the other end. Okay, so it falls, and now we do 2 until here. Same thing as we did on the other side. So we'll be doing groups of 2. Coming to this one here, you can put your marker if you want. We do 3, and then the 2 groups of 2, and then 3, 2 groups of 2, and then 3. Exactly how we did here. 3, 2 groups, 3, 2 groups, 3. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Hey everyone, I'm pretty much finished all the way around. I'm going to come exactly on here, so that means right after the 3 we have that group of 2. I know I've closed in so tight over here, it's crazy, but we're going to do double crochets all the way until we hit the other round corner. Okay, so 1 per stitch. Trying to hide my little thread here. Just double crochet over double crochet. Until we meet the one here with the 3 where it starts off. Okay, I'm going to do my double crochet until the very first one here. Okay, so I'll meet you there. Okay everyone, so I've reached those 3 double crochets that's lined up, the very first one we did, and did on my first one a double crochet. I'm going to start counting from here. 1, because we have to do increase on the edge here on the corner. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. On my 7th, I'm doing 2 in the same stitch. That's my increase. So counting from the second one here, from the 3 that we started, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on my 7th, and you're going to repeat that until we get to the other edge here, where we finished with the 3. That's our increase. On your 7th, you do 2 double crochet in the same space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on my 7th, increase 2 in the same stitch, and repeat again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on my 7th, 2 together on the same stitch. Okay, and then we're going to just do one by one after we finish with the last one here, where we have the 3 double crochets. Okay, and we have to do exactly the same thing on this side. So you would start where you have your 3 double crochets. You start counting from the second one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on your 7, 2 together. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished doing all the way around. Skipped 6, went into the 7th with 2 double crochets. Skipped 6, went into the 7th, and pretty much finished here. Now, this row we're going to do single and 1 chain or 2 chain, and do 5 double crochets. This belongs to the sides. We know that because it starts there. So I have 5 double crochets. I'm going to do 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, come in my 5th, and don't try to tighten it too much. We don't want it baggy, but we don't want it pulling either if it's too tight. Do 5 double crochets. We're going to build these groups like this all the way around. The only difference is if your tension is very tight, once we get here, which I'll show you once I get there, we'll do either 4 or 5 chain depending upon your tension, and still skip the same amount. 2, 3, 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, go on your 5th and do your 5 double crochets. I'm going to continue mine, and then I'll meet you here at the edge just to make sure that we are on the same path. Okay, you guys, so I've arrived here almost at the round corner. So I still did my 4 here because that belongs to the side. And here, if you need to do a 5 chain, then you do it. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to do 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then to my 5th. I'm going to do 5 because I have a little bit of a tight tension. So I want to make sure that it's not going to pull too much on my round curve, and still do, of course, my 5 double crochets, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, and on my 5th. Now, if your tension is very loose, you can continue with 4 chain. So I have my 5. We don't want it to be pulling. We want it to be nice and flat, okay? So we're going to continue to do those 5 chains for whoever's doing it right until about here. And then we continue with the 4 chain, okay? So I'll meet you at the end. You have to do the same thing at the other round edge. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end, and at the end, I had to make a little adjustment. Instead of skipping 4 going into the 5th on the last one, I skipped 1, 2, 3, went into the 4th, and did 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th one, I did the 2 double crochets so that we can have the group of 5. And here we'll have 1, 2, 3, and of course, it's on the 4th. So there's 2 on the 4th, and 2 double crochets on the same one. Okay, that doesn't change anything on the pattern, in case you're worried. Okay. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to do the walk, I call it the walk, with the slip stitch to the 3rd double crochet. Actually, here I'm going to do a single. So I did slip stitch, and then on the 3rd one, single. I'm coming directly inside of the chain space, and I'm going to do 11 double crochets. Now, if you find it's too much for you, it starts waving too much because there's a lot of stitches in there, depending, of course, of your thread and your tension, you can do with 9 double crochets instead of 11, okay? So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. You could also use a smaller hook so it doesn't become too rough. 1, 2, on the 3rd one, I'm doing a single. And repeat. So we're going to repeat this all the way around the same way, 11 double crochets, or 9 for some of you. and a single on the third double crochet of the 5 double crochet groups. So that's all there is to this row. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Skip 1, 2, come on your third, single, and then repeat the process all the way around the same way. I'll meet you here at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've reached my last one. I'm going to come in where I did that single, the very first one with a slip stitch. Okay, now I'm going to do the walk with a slip stitch to my fourth. So 1, 2, 3, fourth. Here on the fourth, I'm going to do a single. That's my first single. I'm going to have 5 singles. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we'll have 3 at the end and 3 we don't do at the beginning. Here on the sides, we're going to do the 4 chains, or even if you did it on here. If not, where we do the 5 chains, you're going to have to do the 5 chains also. 1, 2, 3, 4 chains. Skip 1, 2, 3, come in your fourth and do your 5 singles again. So very simple. We're almost done. So we don't do the first 3 and we don't do the last 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip 1, 2, 3, come on your fourth. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. On the curves we did 5 chain. For those of you that have done 5 chain, we'll do 5 chain on the curve here at the edge. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to do a slip stitch into the next one. I've just closed in with a slip stitch on my first single. And on the third one, I'm going to do a single again. So we're going to repeat this on here. So I've done my single. I'm going to come in directly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. For the ones that did 9, you do only 9. Skip 1, 2 on the third one, single. Again, we're just repeating the same thing. It would be like this all the way around the same way. And then I'm cutting my thread and I'm going to come back in with the white. Okay. I've done my 11 double crochets. Skip 1, 2, come on your third one, single. So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I'm pretty much done. I'm going to do my last row. Now, for this last row, you could have used whatever color you mixed on here. You could have went with the lime green or lighter shade of purple. I'm just going to go with the white. I'm going to skip my first double. You can start anywhere. Skip my first double crochet here, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to do a slip stitch. I'm going to do 1 chain, come in again, slip stitch, 1 chain, come in again. So I'm not doing the first double crochet and I'm not doing the last double crochet. You have to remember to do that 1 chain. Sometimes I forget. This gives a whole different effect on the pattern. You know, sometimes I guess it's just a question of being used to certain stitches not to forget. So 1 for double crochet, slip stitch, 1 chain, slip stitch, 1 chain. So it gives a nice, beautiful effect here. I'm not doing the first one. I'm not doing the last. I'm going to do a triple. In the bottom here, we're going to work on the third double crochet. So 1, 2, 3. On the third, let me just check here. One, 2, 3. So on your third one, come in sideways, stretch your thread, take out once, take out twice, leave the other one on the hook, turn again, and we're going to skip 1, 2 on the third one, this way, take out once, take out twice, and I'll take it all out. And skip the first double crochet and slip stitch and repeat everything again. Okay, 1 chain, slip stitch, 1 chain, slip stitch, 1 chain, slip stitch. Simple as that. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. You could also make bigger pieces, smaller pieces by decreasing on the first chain stitch. Okay, so we're not doing the first double crochet and we're not doing the last. Turn twice on your hook again. Skip 1, 2, come on your third one, like that, sideways, stretch, take out once, take out twice, and complete. Again, turn twice, 1, 2 on your third one, stretch your thread, take out once, take out twice, and take all of them. Skip the first double crochet, come in your second, 1 chain, and just repeat everything all the way around. And we're pretty much done with this beautiful pattern. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you for being here. Please give a thumbs up on the video. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It is free. And I will see you in the next tutorial. I think I missed 1 chain here, so I will have to go back and do it. And that's the thing. Sometimes we forget. But you can see that it's pretty flat there. So that means I missed my chain here. And that's okay. So we just take out want to make sure that it's all even, so it's best to take out 2, 3 stitch and get it going than not having it, right? Got to make sure that it gives that beautiful little effect. Okay, so I'll see you in the next tutorial. I'll leave the measurements below in the description box. I might do a round one. I'm not sure. I will see. If I have maybe enough thread to do a round one, then I will. And you can do it as sets. Until next time, everybody. Bye-bye. God bless. Take care of yourselves and each other. Be kind to you and be kind to others. Kindness goes a long way. It doesn't hurt anything to uplift another human being that might be in need. Okay? Send you much love. Bye-bye, everyone.